How are you all? Hope you are doing well and your preparation is going on well. So just let me confirm, am I audible and visible to everybody or not? Your class has been started. Just let me confirm if I am audible and visible to everyone. So if we talk about some points that what we have done in previous classes, so let's recap this all the points, all the topics that we have discussed in previous class. Like as we have discussed a lot of concepts regards to related to the theory of demand. As we have discussed already, the meaning of wants, desire and demand. Also we have discussed about the concept of whole demand, types of demand, what are the basic major factors which actually affects the individual demand and the market demand. And then we have discussed about the concept of change in the demand curve. So there is a change in demand curve, but in terms of two types. First of all, we have discussed about the movement along the curve, in which we have discussed the extension and contraction of demand curve. And the second one is what? Shift in demand curve, in which we have studied about the change in means what? Increase and decrease in demand. The demand curve will shift towards the rightward or towards to the leftward. So we have discussed if this will shift to the rightward, then it will be considered as an increase in demand. When the demand curve will be shifted towards to the leftward, then we can consider that it is a decrease in demand due to some other factors, changes in some other factors, not in just price, because price here in shift in demand curve, price is constant, and change in other related things like season and weather, technology, change in taste and preferences, other related price of other related goods, change in the income of a consumer. So this is what the complete about the changes in demand curve. Then we have discussed about some exceptions of demand curve like Veblen goods, income effect, substitution effect, and effect on different types of goods. So these all the concepts that we have discussed. Now in this class we have already I have just already told you about the previous class, that in this class we will discuss that how much demand will change in regards of price. Until or unless we have completed the demand curve, however you know that whatever we study in the theory of demand, just we have studied the after the change in the price, either it will increase or the decrease, you will have a change in the demand. You studied about this in all the previous classes, right? Just change in price effect on the change in demand, right? But in this class we'll study that how much the change in price will impact the how much change in the quantity demanded. It means we'll study about the magnitude of change in demand. It means what? We'll measure it, right? As you all know, there is a negative relation between price and demand. So we'll study about this is what? Elasticity of demand. This is what? Elasticity of demand. That is why we are saying the elasticity of demand, right? So elasticity means what? So we can write here elasticity of demand. So we can say what? If there is a change in demand, or you can say magnitude of change in demand, just because of having change in the price. So the responsive that we are getting after the change in price, this is what called elasticity of demand, right? सर कैरियरविल ऐप पे वीडियो डाउनलोड नहीं हो रहा है ना, ही वीडियो चल रहा है, 2 दिन से क्लास नहीं देख पा रहे हैं सर, प्लीज़ बताइए सर, कॉल करने पर कोई रिस्पांस नहीं आ रहा है सर, प्लीज़ बताइए। क्या कैरियरविल ऐप पे वीडियो डाउनलोड नहीं हो रहा है? अंकित शर्मा जी, देखिए आई विल ट्राई टू फॉरवर्ड योर कंसर्न टू द कंसर्न डिपार्टमेंट। जो भी मुझसे हो सकेगा मैं इस कंसर्न को ज़रूर उठाऊंगा आपके कमेंट के ऊपर। कि आपने जो भी कमेंट किया है इस चीज़ को रिजॉल्व किया जाए जल्द से जल्द। ठीक है अंकित जी, मैं ज़रूर इस बात को उठाऊंगा, डोंट वरी। ठीक है, एम आई क्लियर अंकित जी? सो नाउ कम टू द पॉइंट. So what we were discussing there, yes. So there is a change in the in magnitude of quantity demanded. Quantity demanded, right? Change in the magnitude of quantity demanded due to what? Due to change in price. Change in the price. So this is what called the elasticity of demand. तो लाइव वीडियो भी नहीं चल रहा है, रिकॉर्डेड नहीं चल रहा है सर। डेफिनेटली मैं एक बार इस बात को उठाऊंगा। आप किस बैच से हैं एक बार मुझे बता दीजिए, यहां पर मुझे आप बता दीजिए किस बैच से आप बिलोंग कर रहे हैं। डेफिनेटली आपके कंसेप्ट्स को मैं आपकी इस प्रॉब्लम को उठाऊंगा। ठीक है अंकित जी? सो नाउ, सो दिस इज व्हाट इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड मीन्स देर इज अ चेंज इन द मैग्नीट्यूड। मैग्नीट्यूड मीन्स व्हाट? मैग्नीट्यूड मीन्स व्हाट? वी कैन राइट हियर, मैग्नीट्यूड मीन्स व्हाट? measurement, or you can say quantity, right? So the change in the magnitude of quantity demanded, this is what due to change in prices. Now as you all know, this elasticity of demand shows as like E and in short D, right? So always you will get the final answer of ED in negative term, in negative unit, right? In negative, just always remember it. You will always get the final answer of ED means what? Elasticity of demand. You will always get the final answer of ED in negative form. Now you will have a question in your mind, sir, why we are always getting the this negative form of ED? Why always we will be having the final answer in negative term? Why? You would have a question in your mind, na? So why you are getting this in all the final answers in negative terms of ED? So this is just all about the relation between price and demand. So just tell me, what is the relation between price and demand? What is the relation between price and quantity demanded? You will always get a negative relation between price and demand. It means what? Whenever the price will increase, the demand will decrease. Whenever the price will decrease, the demand will increase. It means what? One of the component will be increased, so impact of one component to the another will be negative. Means what? It will decrease or the increase. If one will increase, the another one will decrease. If one will decrease, the another one will be increased. So this is what negative relation. This is what negative relation. If one will increase, the second one is getting decreased. So this is what negative relation. That is why you are getting the answer in negative terms. That is why you are getting the answer in negative terms. This is what elasticity of demand. Now here we need to understand that how we can calculate this elasticity of demand. Now we have to understand how we can calculate the elasticity of demand. ED means what? Elasticity of demand. Whenever I will write ED, then you need to understand that ED means elasticity of demand. So how will calculate this elasticity of demand? The percentage change in quantity demanded. Just write it down. Percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price, right? Percentage change in price. Or you can write here, or you can write here, or you can write here, you can write ED means what? Change in QD means what? Quantity demanded upon may change in QDX. X means what? X good, right? Or change in PX, right? Change in PX. PX means what? Price of X good. Whenever will be the change in price of X good, that will impact on the demand of X good. This means what? This means what? Change in quantity demanded of X good, right? Here the percentage is also mentioned, so we can write here 100. Because the percentage is mentioned, then we have to multiply this whole concept with the 100. Now this what actually defines. Now we need to understand the percentage change in quantity demanded, percentage change in price of X. Now we need to prove this formula, right? So first of all, as you all know, here I'm explaining this all the formula. I'm telling what change in Q means upon में Q. Change in Q means change in Q upon में Q. What actually it is indicating? It is indicating Q means what? Initial quantity. Here Q means what? Initial quantity, right? Change in Q means what? Change in quantity. Change in quantity, right? Change in quantity. It means what? You can say change in quantity. Let's say at initially you were asking for the quantity, let's say 10 quantity you are purchasing. You are purchasing in initially level. At the time of beginning you are purchasing 10 units, but after the decreasing in the price, after the decrease in the price of a commodity, now you are purchasing 12 unit. Now you are purchasing 12 unit. So if I ask to you that how many units has been changed 10 to 12, so you will say, sir, from 10 to 12 I am increasing the units 2 units. 2 units, there is a change in the units, that is 2 units. Now if I ask to you how many percentage that you have changed, so you will write, sir, initially I was buying 10 units. Initially I was buying 10 units. Now I am just asking, or you can say I am just buying 12 units. So we can say there is a change. How much change you are getting? So you will getting 2 units of change. So if I am asking to you that how much percentage you have changed, so you will multiply with the 100. You will multiply with the 100. So you will get what? 10 tens are 100. It means you have changed 20%. Your demand has been changed with the 20%. I can write or not? I can write here now. So I have changed the quantity demanded with the 20%. Right or wrong? Tell me fast. Now, as similar as the change in price upon my P. So let's say if I was buying any quantity at the price of rupees, like let's say initially it was rupees, initially it was rupees 20. At the price of 20, at the price of 20, here it is quantity and here it is price. At the price of 20 I was buying 10 units. At the price of 20 I was buying 10 units. Now if the price decreases towards to the 18, if the price is decreases towards to the 18, it means I can say at the price of 18 I was ready to buying 12 units. Because the price decreases, the quantity will be increased. So if I ask to you, not 18, just I can answer here 15. So if I ask to you that how much price will be changed, how much price will be changed, so you will say that sir, from 20 to 15 I have changed 5 rupees 5. There is a change in the price of rupees 5. So we can answer after the decrease in the price of 5, after the decrease in the 5 rupees of that particular unit, you have increased the 2 units of that particular good. So we can say initially it was the price of that particular good, it was 20 rupees, it was 20 rupees, but now you are purchasing the now the price has been changed. So how much is it has been changed? So you will say the sir, 5 rupees has been changed, 5 rupees has been changed. So if I ask to you that how much percentage, what is the percentage change in the price? So you will say, sir, there is a change in the price, there is a percentage change in the price, 21 is a 20, 25 is a 100. Sir, there is a change in 25%. So I can tell you what I can say. Now I can say after the change in the 25% in the price, you will have a change in the 20% in the demand. So I can answer you. So what? After the decline of, or you can say after the decreasing of 25% of price, you will have an increasing of 20% in the quantity demanded, right? So I can write this formula here. So I can write this formula here. Now what I can write here, now how what I can write here, percentage change in quantity demanded, I can write what? Change in quantity upon में change in Q, sorry, not change in Q, just only Q into 100, percentage change in quantity demand, quantity demanded means what? Q, change in Q multiply में 100. Now here I can write percentage change in price, what? Change in P upon में initial P, this is what? 100. I can definitely cut this 100 to 100. Now what you will having, what you will remains, you will having what? Delta Q upon में delta P multiply में P upon में Q. This answer you will get now. Am I right or wrong? Just tell me fast. Am I getting clear to you all or not? Tell me. So what the answer you will get? This answer you will get after the, because this will go to the to the numerator and this will reciprocal, right? So P will go to the up and delta P will come to the denominator. So you will get the final answer that delta Q upon में delta P multiply में P upon में Q, right? So we can have this answer that ED is equals to delta Q upon में delta P multiply में 100, right? Multiply by 100, sorry, multiply by P upon में Q. So this is what the final formula you will be having, that delta Q upon delta P multiply P upon Q. Now that you need to understand what is delta Q, what is delta P, what is P, and what is delta Q, what is only Q. So I can write here P means what? Initial price. Initial price. P means what? Initial price. What is initial price? Means what was the price at the beginning of that particular commodity. So I can write here at the price, what is the price in the beginning? It was 20 rupees, right? So initial price means what? What is the price in at the time of beginning? So what is the price of, what is the quantity of at the time of beginning? This is showing Q. Q means what? Initial quantity you were buying. Initial quantity you are buying, this is what? Q. Now what this delta P is showing? Delta means what? Change. Delta is means what? Change. Here you can write delta means what? Change. So I can say delta P means what? Change in price. Delta P means what? Change. Delta means change, P means price, so we can write change in price. Delta P means what? Change in the price. Now, what is delta Q is showing? Same. Q means what? Quantity. Delta means what? Change. So we can write here change in quantity. Change in quantity. This is what showing. This is what actually it is showing. Initial P means initial price, Q means initial quantity, delta P means change in price, delta Q means change in quantity. So this is what we are getting after the describing, or you can say proving the formula. Am I clear to everyone? Am I clear to everyone? Tell me fast. Okay. So this is what all about the ED, or ED means what? Elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand. Now we can find out the ED. We can find out the ED by using this concept. Yes, this concept. Now we can find here that we can write here the formula of ED what? Delta Q upon में delta P multiply by P upon में Q. So we can write here what is the change in quantity. So first of all, you have to find the change in quantity. That how you can find the change in quantity. How you can find the change in the quantity. So if I'm asking to you that how you are able to calculate this, you are getting 2 units. You have just subtracted 12 from the 10, or you can say you have subtracted 10 from the 12, right? So I can say if you want to find delta Q means which is showing the change in quantity, how you will get? You will find Q1 minus Q, Q1 minus Q, Q1 minus Q. Delta Q means what? Q1 minus Q. Q1 is what? New. Q1 is what? New quantity, or Q it is what? Q is initial quantity. Q1 is what? New quantity. Q is initial quantity. Q1 is what? New quantity. If you subtract Q from the new Q1, or you can say new quantity, you will get a change in quantity. If you will subtract 10, which is initial quantity, from the new quantity, or you can say Q1 means what? 12, you will get a 2 units, the which has been changed from 10 to 12. So you will get a change in quantity. So we can write here delta Q means what? 12 minus 10, which is 2. Delta Q, you will be having the value of delta Q is what? Q, right? 2 units. You will having the units 2 units. Now, what is the delta P? Again, you have to same formula you have to apply as you have applied in a change in quantity. So what is the delta P? Again, it is P1 minus P. Again, it is what? P1 minus P. It is what? P1 minus P. P1 minus P. So what you will get? Delta P is value. P1 is what? P1 is what? P1 means what? New price. So P1 is what? New price. New price is what? 15. New price is what? 15. What was the initial price? It was 20. So you will get the minus 5. Always just remember, always you need to apply same formula as you have applied in the change in quantity. If here you applied Q minus Q1, then here you also need to apply P minus P1. If you have applied Q1 minus Q, So again in delta P you have also you have to apply P1 minus P. So if you are using Q1 initial level, so at the time of calculating the change in price, you need to apply same P1 here, right? So you are getting the value of change in price is what? Minus 5. Now just put it the value, because we don't need to find the P and Q because it has been already given in the question. P and Q means what? Initial. Q means what? Initial quantity, and P is what? Initial price. So now you can here put the all the value in the variables. Delta Q's value is 2. Delta Q's value is 2. Delta P value is minus 5, right? Minus 5, right? Multiply P upon me Q. P upon me Q. P means what? Initial price. Initial price was 20. Initial quantity was 10, right? It's very easy. You can calculate it is what? 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. 5 ones are 5, 5 4s are 20, right? Is there any issue? Minus 1 upon 5. So you will get what? 0.25, right? No. Yes. 0.25. Am I clear to everyone? And minus 0.25. Am I clear to everyone? Just tell me fast. Tell me fast. Tell me fast. So this is what? 0.25. So now you can understand that you don't need to go 0.25, because at the time of 5 you will, your question has been resolved. 0.2. So we can write here, this is what you are the getting answer, that is 0.2, right? So this is the what? AD. Now AD is what? 0.2. You are getting the value of 0.2. Always try to understand that there is always you will get the answer. Always you will get the answer in form of negative term. Always you will have answer in form of negative term. So don't just consider that how will not resolve, how that we will resolve. You don't need to resolve anything else. You will having the answer always of elasticity of demand in negative terms. Now we'll understand some concept of elasticity of demand means what. We'll study about the concepts like types of elasticity of demand, or you can say elasticity. So you will have for AD is equals to 1 first. Second inverse, AD is greater than 1. Third, AD is less than 1. 4, AD is equals to 0. And last, AD is infinite to, AD is equals to infinite, or you can say 1 upon me 0. Undefined. Undefined. Understood? This is what undefined. Now I am just explaining what do you mean by this AD is equals to 1. Now this whole concept you need to you will able to understand. Just try to concentrate on my hands, right? I am just expressing my hand is a two variables, right? So first variable, let's say this is a price. and second variable, let's say this is a quantity, right? So let's say an example. If this is a price, then this is a quantity. Now elasticity, I'm talking about the elasticity. It means what? The change in the demand, right? Now just tell me, if there is a change in the 20%, or you can say increase in the, if there is a increase in the 20%, like this much, if there is a right now I can say this is equal at this same point of time. Right now it is an equilibrium condition. So I am asking that what if there is an increase in the price of 20% of any quantity, definitely you will, the quantity of demand of that particular good will be decreased. So that how much it is decreasing? If it is decreasing same as the 20%, the change in price is 20%, and you have a change in the quantity demanded is the 20%, so we can say change in price is exactly equal to the change in quantity demanded. We can say now that change in price is exactly equal to the change in quantity demanded. So this is what it is, a equal condition. So we can say elasticity of demand is equals to 1. If there is a change in the percentage of quantity demanded is 20%, with the impact of change in the price of 20%. What is the formula of ED? Just remember the formula of ED, what? Percentage change in quantity demanded, percentage change in quantity demanded upon में percentage change in price of X. This is what? If the percentage of change in price of X is 20%, and with the impact of this change in price, you will have a change in quantity demanded of 20%. Then you will have a ED. So you can cut is 20% upon by 20% is, you will get 1. So we can write here ED is equals to 1. We can write here ED is equals to 1. So this is what change in, if there will be change in the price, that will be exactly equal to the change in the demand, then we can say ED is equals to 1, right? Am I clear to everyone? So this will be your right answer. So ED is equals to be 1. Am I clear or not? So ED is equals to 1 means what? There is a change in the, quantity demanded, just change in the price. So this is will be equal condition. This is the equal condition, right? Now this type of change is known as unitary elastic, or I am writing in a different form so that you will be able to understand clearly. This is what called unitary elastic. Now the second one is what? ED is greater than 1. ED is greater than 1. Now ED is greater than 1 means what? It means what? If you have a change in the price is 20%. If you have a change in the price of 20%, but impact on the change in demand is more than 20%, right? Here the price was changing 20% and the same as the demand is also changing 20%. So that is why you are getting the ED is equals to 1, because there is a no difference between change in the demand and the change in the price. The same percentage are changing, or you can say the variation in the price and the demand is same. Now in second point, you are changing your demand more than change in the price. If your demand is changing more than the change in price, then this situation is known as ED is greater than 1. Now this type of change in elasticity of demand is known as perfect elastic demand, right? We can say this is what? Elastic demand. Elastic demand. It means what? The change in the demand, here is quantity, here is price. The quantity is more changing comparatively the change in the price. So if the price is changing less and quantity is changing more than price, This is what change in the this is what ed is greater than 1 means what elastic demand. Here we can let's take an example, like if there will be change in the price, let's say 10%, and uh, in respect of price, in respect of change in price, the demand of quantity is changing, let's say 18%. 18%. So we can write here what there is a you will get a answer of ed is what 1.8. You will get answer 1.8, and 1.8 is what ed. 1.8 is what, so we can say ed is more than 1, or you can say 1.8 is more than 1. So this, if this condition you are getting, this is what elastic demand. This is what elastic demand. Same here it applies. If there is a change in the, if there is a change in a demand, change in the demand is less than change in the price. If less than change in the price, so let's say if your price, change in the price is 10%, and in respect of change in price you are getting a change in demand, just let's say only 8%, only 8%. So you will get answer 0.8. The value of ed is equals to 0.8. It means what, which is less than 1. So we can say here ed is less than 1. So now we can define that change in the quantity demanded is less, comparatively change in the price is more. So this is what called inelastic demand. Inelastic demand. Just let me confirm if I am audible, if I am clear to you all. Just let me confirm if I am clear to you all. Hmm? Hmm? Am I clear or not? बताएं. Hmm? Hope so. Am I clear? So we can define here, if the change in the price is more, and comparatively demand, the change in demand is less. Let's say if there is a change in price of rice from 10 to 12 per kg, your demand not changed very much. You are just fine with this. Okay, I will buy again the, just you have reduced only half kg or 1 kg as you were demanding earlier. So the percentage change in the quantity demanded, now the less comparatively change in the respect of price. So this is what called the inelastic demand. Am I clear? So this is what called the inelastic demand. Now you have ed is equals to 0. What does it mean? What actually it is showing? Ed means 0 is means what? The change in price, everything will be changes in demand in respect of change in price. After just change in the price, you will have a change in a demand. So if there is a change in the price, change in price, it means what? Now never just only increasing, never just decreasing. Change in price, but either it will be increasing, either it will be decreasing. Both option may be possible, right? Both option can be possible. So after the change in price, you do not have any change. You do not have any change in the quantity. Let's say if you are very thirsty, I have already discussed in the previous classes, here is the exceptions of demand. Now if let's say uh, if you are very thirsty and the price of water is very high, very high, it is any possibility that you will not buy a water, or you will buy a less quantity of water? Definitely not. Why? Because you are very thirsty. It is a situation of emergency. It is a necessary good for you. Definitely you will buy it. What the amount you have required, you will buy it. Tell me, if the price of salt will be increased, is it any possibility that you will buy less? Definitely not. Why? Because salt is a necessary good for you. You will definitely buy. You will never think that now I should just use less salt to make any, to cook any food. You will use that much of amount of salt that you need, that you will make a taste. So the goods which is necessity for you, you will not having any change in the demand after changing in the price. Will same buy as same as possible, right? You will not have any change. If you are habitual for any goods, if you ask to the any alcoholic person, whatever the amount of alcohol will be increased, he will never stop buying alcohol. He will still buy. Why? Because he's a habitual for that particular good. So it means what we can say, for the necessity good, for the habitual goods, there is no change in the quantity demanded after the change in price. Either it will be increased or it will be decreased. The demand will be the same, will be the same at the every situation, whatever the prices will be, right? So this is what ed is equals to 0. This we can say perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic. Why? Because perfectly inelastic, because there is no any single elasticity. There is no elasticity. Whenever we when we will say this is elastic, when there is a change, in the demand, but in this point there is nothing change, right? So this is what perfectly inelastic. Now this is what ed is equals to infinity means. What does it mean? 1 upon 0. This is undefined. It means what? Whatever the demand you are changing, this doesn't depend on the price. Price is same, but still you are sometime you are buying more, sometime you are buying less as per your need. The price are same. Price is same. As like, if you have a marriage in your house, right? If you are marrying someone in your house, is there any possibility that you will buy more or less if the price of any good is high or less? No. If price is at the point of same price, point of same price, you will buy it more or you will buy it less. So this is what your demand is undefined at the same point of time, same price. So this is what perfectly elastic. Here is demand is changing, but the price is constant. Price is constant, demand is changing. Either it will be increased or decreased. So this is what perfectly elastic. As a demand is changing, that is why I am saying it is perfectly elastic. Am I clear to everyone? So this is all about that we have discussed in today's class. Hope so I have clear to you all. If anybody is new from this session, so you can join my Telegram channel, Abhishek Sir Official. Abhishek Sir Official. You can join this my Telegram channel, so that you will get all the notification of all the classes PDF notes in this channel regarding the current affair, because I also used to teach current affairs also for you if you are preparing for any state PSS exam or state SSC examinations or any banking, insurance, any one day examination. So you will be having all the notifications regarding for any classes on this Telegram channel. If you are new, so you can join this Telegram channel, Abhishek Sir Official. Now we'll end this class. Hope so I have cleared all the concepts, all the topics in a easy to easy manner. If there any doubt, just let's in the comment. I will definitely reply to your comment and make a video on that topic, right? So thank you so much all. We'll meet you in the next class. Goodbye, take care, Jai Hind.